Hello, photographers, designers, and other freelance creatives wanting to learn how to run your business with more success. Welcome to Coaching for Creatives. I'm McKay. I am your host. I am the founder of Business of Creativity, and I am a business coach who once was in your same shoes. Yes, I had a almost 20-year career as an international award-winning photographer. I know what it's like to have to go through all of the options for how do I market myself. And right now, marketing yourself as a creative freelancer might feel overwhelming and confusing just simply because there are so many options out there. There are so many different ways that you could be marketing. Where do you even start? Or how do you know which marketing technique or strategy or tactic is going to work for you? And this is not an easy thing to figure out most of the time. Sometimes we can just happen on something that works for us intuitively, and that's amazing. But what I find is that often if we fall into something where we're intuitively good at it. So let me give you an example. One of my clients is super gregarious. He's definitely an extrovert. He loves building relationships and meeting people and schmoozing and cruising. He loves glad handing and shaking hands. For him, being in an in-person situation and being able to network or even being on location delivering the service, he leverages every single connection that he can as a potential opportunity to grow his network, grow his prospects, and grow his client base. For him, he's always coming to the coaching session saying, "Oh, but I just haven't been on Instagram and I just haven't been on Instagram and I really got to up my Instagram game and I should probably be on LinkedIn and I just don't even understand how to do to LinkedIn." And he's shooting all over himself for not doing certain marketing things and skipping the part about him being totally awesome at doing the marketing he's great at. Often I find if you have stumbled on marketing that works for you intuitively, you may not even realize that you're doing good marketing practices because it feels easy or it feels less difficult or challenging than the marketing you think you should be doing. My number one tip for marketing is look at where your clients are already coming from. Look at the marketing you're already doing. Is it word of mouth? Is it referral based? Where are these clients coming from? Are they coming from your already existing circles of influence or people that you know? When you can identify what's already working, that's your best place to start for doing more of that or creating a way for that to become more systemized or more consistent. Often the biggest complaint is that we're not getting enough consistent clients. And a large part of that is because many creatives hop around to different marketing techniques and they just try this for a little bit, or they try this for a little bit, and they try this for a little bit. And they're not being consistent at doing the same kind of marketing long enough for it to get traction. Tip number one, can figure out what's already working. And then tip number two, if you can figure out how to optimize that, how to create that to be more effortless, more consistent. Even with word of mouth and referral marketing, you can make it easier for people to connect you. You can make clear call to actions. You can have specific pages on your website or really easy ways for people to be able to refer you. Systemize the stuff that is already working. Okay, next tip for marketing strategies for freelancers. I think that a lot of us, or a lot of my clients, anyways, are confusing sales and marketing. And so, what they're trying to do is sell to people before they've actually done the marketing part. But in a previous video, I talk about the three different phases of marketing. And there's that beginning part of the buyer's journey. And that is what we traditionally think of as promotion or marketing. And then there's the sales conversation, which is still part of your marketing, but it's a very different kind of marketing. And then delivery, your client journey, that client experience. When we're thinking about marketing and we're thinking about that top level, that buyer's journey or the promotion stage, a lot of times what happens with freelancers is that they're so eager for getting the job, or they feel insecure about their marketing, that they start trying to sell when they should be nurturing or building trust or creating relationships. They jump the gun on the sales conversation. That would be my next tip, which would be make sure that you're marketing during the marketing stage, that you're building relationships, that you're nurturing, that you're offering insight or information, that you're helping people get to know who you are so that they can trust you enough to deliver a creative service. That would be my next tip, is really get clear on what stage of the journey are you at, and make sure your communication is aligned for that stage of the journey. And my third tip, for marketing tip for freelancers, and there's a whole bunch more depending on who your clients are, what your offers are, how you like to work. There can be a lot of different ways that you can market yourself. My third tip, which would be, it's almost the same as the first tip, which is don't should yourself into marketing that isn't the right fit for you. There's so many different options out there, so many different social media platforms, so many ways of implementing digital marketing strategies, email marketing, paid advertising, even getting on podcasts and building up credibility and expertise. There's so many different ways right now, and it can feel really overwhelming. My third thing for you is don't should all over yourself. If you don't like being on Instagram and it feels really uncomfortable for you, it may not be the best place for you. One of the things that you want to do to decide where you're going to be marketing is identify where your clients are hanging out and making decisions about your services. So if your clients aren't hanging out on Instagram looking for services like yours, you being on Instagram isn't going to help them find you. You want to be where your clients are looking for you. Getting really clear about who your clients are, what social media platform is they hang out on, or how they like to work. I have a client right now in my business mastery program. My business mastery program is a fairly intensive program because it's essentially a master's or business master's degree for freelancers. She's moving through this, designing her business, doing some like getting really clear on who her clients are. And what she's noticing is she really doesn't want to be on social media. She doesn't want to be on a computer. And she almost had it that if she didn't want to be on social media, she wasn't going to be able to run a photography business. And the truth is, you can run a great business without having to do digital marketing or social media marketing. She's an awesome networker. She has a huge group of people that she knows that she can tap into to be able to generate referral marketing. You don't have to be on social media to be able to market. Some people are really resistant to email marketing. They feel that they can't really write emails. Although I would say that ChatGPT or other AI tools are certainly helping us be able to craft better emails and better communication. Certainly, if you prime them to your voice, but still, it can be something that people just don't like. If you're listening to this, I'm curious. Is there any particular kind of marketing that just is a total turnoff for you? Like you just don't like it at all, either to use it or to be marketed to that way? Because if that's the case, that marketing is probably not going to be effective for you. You already don't like it. You have opinions about it. Using that kind of marketing for your own business is probably not going to be effective. If you don't like email marketing, find an alternative. Find something that you do resonate with, that you can do effectively and consistently, and that will actually reach your clients. There are so many options. If you are feeling overwhelmed trying to figure out which marketing tactic or tool or platform or message is going to be right for your market, please reach out. Seriously, I offer on every single coaching for creative session the opportunity to connect with me personally by booking what I call an advisor call. This is a short call with me. It's 30 to 45 minutes. We talk a little bit about your business. We find out about where you're stuck. I can offer you some resources or some ideas to be able to move your business forward. If I think I can help you, I'm going to share some of my services, but this is not a sales call. This truly is my gift to you to try to help you figure out what your next steps and to unravel some of the overwhelm. I see a comment in the chat here from a Facebook user that I agree ChatGPT is great for structuring your thoughts and expertise. It can also inflect the writing with a style of your choice. It really can. One of the ways of using ChatGPT for creating marketing copy is to ask it to write in a certain tone of voice. And the kind of default or the kind of way that a lot of people approach it is, I want ChatGPT to write it as if they were an expert marketer. Now, can the expert marketer write this email? And that's great, except for that it's probably not going to sound enough like you or your brand voice. Really make sure that if you're using AI as a tool to help you craft your own communication, that you're training that AI on your own personal tone and voice, and let that be the style of your choice. I also highly recommend that you add your own little polish to it and never just accept whatever an AI gives you as straight head high value. For some of you, you're listening to that thinking, oh my gosh, I would never use AI. And that's one of the really beautiful things about today and today's marketing options is that there truly are enough different ways of marketing to match who you are and who uniquely are you are as a business. Let me say that again because it was a little jumbled. One of the beautiful things about today's marketing universe is that there is a marketing method that's going to resonate and align with who you are. There is a marketing method that's going to resonate and align with who your clients are. So it's just a matter of finding what's going to work for you, your business, and your messages. Thank you for joining us here live on Coaching for Creatives. I do appreciate you and your comments.